Hey, Jeff here, your YouTube reviewer of New England brews. Welcome back to NEBR, New England Beer Reviews. Once again, checking out another one from White Birch Brewing of Hooksett, New Hampshire. One of my favorite breweries to try some new beers and to introduce to the world. And this one is Rusalka, the multi-grain extra stout. Now, yes, certainly I'm recording this in May. It's the middle of spring 2013. This was released in the winter of 2012. So it's a few months behind. It really is a winter stout, but so it's been sitting for a few months, and maybe that's just going to mellow it out a little bit. Though it doesn't need to be mellowed too much. The ABV on this is 6% ABV. And there is a description on the side of the package, and I'll read that to you. Rusalka is a scary monster, as black as night stout named after the seductive water demons of Slavic lore. In less civilized times, the Rusalka were said to rise to the shores of rivers to dance and swing from the branches of birch trees. Men who saw them would fall under their spell and find their death at the bottom of the black and swiftly moving current. That's a rather foreboding sounding description, if I ever heard one myself. So maybe I've got some kind of a foreboding type of beer on the way, or ale on the way. So why don't I get right into it and crack it right open and let's just see what we can get. Whoa! And you can see I'm serving it around 50 degrees, which is what White Birch always recommends you serve their brews at. So pouring it into this little wine glass. Ah, yes. Since it's serving around 50 degrees, I'm getting a nice head. Trying to do kind of a lighter pour so it doesn't become too heady. There it is. Okay, all right. Well, let's take a look at this. Definitely pitch black with a really foamy, frothy sort of tan head, mocha head. Pitch black, really. Even when I hold it up to a brighter light, the sun, of course, brighter light, it's still pitch black through and through. Cannot see anything. So that's a pretty solid looking brew. Let's check out the aroma. Okie dokie. Well, I'm getting a bit of a chocolate scent, though that's not the main ingredient. Chocolate is in there, but kind of a mellower, roasty, dark malt. Barley malts, maybe. And some dark fruits along the line of raisins and plum, maybe. Yeah, and there's the dark chocolate. Maybe kind of even a brown sugar or sugar in the raw. I mean, I definitely notice a sweetness, but it's not a super sweet. It's kind of it's more of a subtle sweetness. So, let's check out the taste. That body is nice and smooth. Oh, soothing on the tongue. Medium to bold. Just very, very nice on the tongue. Smooth and creamy, really. The taste, well, after that foreboding sort of description, I wouldn't say this is a beer you should be warned about. I think it's actually a very nice beer. It's a wonderful stout. Getting some of the same flavors as I got on the nose. A bit of a mild sweetness, kind of a toasted, roasty dark malt, and just that hint of a dark fruit, like raisins, plums, prunes, maybe. Plums, I'd say plums, maybe. Definitely roasty and toasty, though. Feels like it's been baking a little bit. I can see how this could be a nice beer to warm you up on a nice winter day. It really does have just enough body and depth to it to kind of relax the senses, to warm the senses, to sort of feel like the winter is far away. Of course, it is far away right now. I mean, here we are in May, so. Now, this is definitely not quite as powerful as some of the other stouts they've had. Again, 6% ABV, so an extra dry stout. So, well, there is a bit of a dryness going on here. This is kind of got the medium to heavy body of a Guinness, I mean that's what I think that's what it reminds me of a bit. It's got that medium, but I'm saying more of a heavier body than what I normally get from Guinness. Full of interesting characters and dark flavors, and just really tasty. Not quite as heavy as some of the other stouts I've had from them. They've put out several stouts over the years, and those tend to be a little more powerful. Now, this one's just sort of a mellower version, maybe of the Tavern, which I don't think is really a stout, but it reminds me a bit of that for some reason. But I really enjoy this beer. It's a very nice, easy to drink stout. Yeah, this is the kind of beer I could probably drink on a cold day rather than a nice warm day. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't drink it on a day like today, because it's an enjoyable, relaxing beer. A beer to sit around and enjoy this fine weather and just sort of relax and just take it all in. That lacing's hung in there, clings in there real well. An excellent beer. I very much like that. So, another thing, White Birch just continues to impress me every time they put out something. The White Birch Rusalka. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you again next time.